Good morning and welcome back to Planet Doug. I'm just setting off from my small guest house here. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the place. It's not on Google Maps. And I checked on even on Street View, and on the Street View image, it's actually under construction. So I guess it's a relatively new place, though it doesn't seem that new. But yeah, when I rode up this road up into the highlands of Sumatra, heading towards Lake Toba, my goal for the day was to reach a small town up ahead that has a couple of old Dutch constructed bridges from Indonesia's pre-independence era. That's where I was going to spend the night because I just thought maybe there would be accommodation there of some kind. But the climb up into the mountains ended up being a lot more difficult than I had anticipated. A lot steeper climbs, very, very hot. And then about 8 or 9 kilometers before this town, I came across this lodging right here, sort of in the middle of nowhere, like literally. And yeah, I decided to call it quits there. And now in the morning, I decided to just ride to this other town on my bike and just stay at the same hotel. So basically, this is sort of a exploratory ride of my new neighborhood up here in the highlands. So many changes when you come up here. I haven't gone up very far. But of course, you're in a district where the people change. This is where the Batak people live. And I got a stark reminder of that this morning. I was leaving my room and walking down the balcony to the bathroom. And right beside this hotel, there's like a very, very steep, rocky pathway that goes up into the hills. And I hear motorcycles go up and down that hill all the time. Really loud engines, like revving really, really hard because it's so steep. And this morning I happened to see a motorcycle coming down, and I saw he had something strapped to the back rack. So I waited until he reached me, and when I looked, I saw he had a big wild boar strapped to the back. So he had clearly gone up into the hills hunting. Whoa. So, yeah, you're not going to see anything like that outside of this mountainous area with the Batak people. I remember around Bukitinggi, it was the same thing up in the mountains, up in the volcanoes, whatnot. The people there would hunt boar using dogs. I haven't seen hunting dogs here, but around Bukitinggi, they would use hunting dogs. And I guess they hunt for the boar here. You're also in a very different region geographically. Of course, you're higher, and this whole area is dominated by rivers. So this is the Asahan River over here. Wow, that is beautiful. That is a stunning view. I don't know if there's any way to get down there either on foot or on my bicycle, but yeah, that's a beautiful spot. Yeah, with the whitewater rafting, I guess this would be one of the highlights, to try and get through that. That would be quite exciting for people who've never done anything like that before. And then I'm on a bridge here, and to my surprise, there's a river over here with its own waterfall. Yeah, joining with the mighty Asahan. Look at that. If that water were deep enough, I can imagine daredevils diving or jumping into that water. That'd be pretty spectacular, but I can see, well, obviously I'm not about to do that, but I don't think it's deep enough. I can see rocks down at the bottom. That is a beautiful sight. I know there are some waterfalls on the road up ahead that are sort of like tourist attractions. they're marked on the map, and there's all kinds of Google Maps of photos of people taking selfies at all these waterfalls, but you don't even have to go to the well-known famous ones. You just, this is the Planet Doug waterfall right here. This is my favorite already, just because I found it by accident. You can see there's a bit here and then up there. I don't know if there's any access to it on either side. But yeah, gorgeous area. Right across the bridge from where I was just taking some pictures and video, there's this place. I saw that beautiful set of rapids down below, and I wondered whether there's access. So I was looking, and there's this place called Nirwana Waterfall Park and Art Corner, Toba. And like a lot of places that I tend to come across, it appears to be kind of abandoned, empty. Like it looks like that once upon a time, they had rooms here, like behind me. You can see some rooms for rent and some picnicking areas, places to park your scooter. And then I guess, yeah, there might be a trail down to the river. I said I didn't see any hunting dogs, but there's a big dog. Beautiful animal. They look very similar to the hunting dogs from Bukitingi. They're heavily muscled. But hunting dog, I couldn't tell you. I don't think so. Just a friendly, hopefully a friendly stray. But yeah, here's this place. I see some clothing hanging here, so maybe there's a caretaker of some kind. But the whole place looks like someone had big dreams and then built this whole thing and then abandoned it. Lack of, could have been a victim of the pandemic. Oh. There's the view from here. Yeah, if you could go down there, this would be like one of the most amazing swimming spots you could find. Yeah, let's walk over here and see if there's any kind of a trail heading down. Yeah, check that out. I saw from the outside the building had cracked on the hillside. Maybe this is one of the reasons it's been abandoned. Maybe they decided it wasn't safe. Looks like this whole thing, like right here, is cracking right here. Yikes. I'll take a quick look over the edge. Hopefully it can support my weight. Yeah, I don't see a trail here. But yeah, you can see the whole building is letting go. The hillside is giving out from under them. Ah, all right. So they did build a trail that goes down. So I'm gonna see where this leads. So that's the Planet Doug waterfall over there. Just the end part of it where it joins the Asahan River. They did a nice job placing this little abandoned hotel. Look at this trail. Pretty rough, pretty rocky, but brings you right down to the water. standing here gives you an idea of what the whitewater rafting would be like. It's definitely no joke. I mean, I wouldn't go in there swimming. That would be too dangerous. So if your rafting guide makes a mistake and you flip over here, well, you've got to deal with this, so you better be sure of yourself in the water. Look how far along it goes, all the rapids. You can get closer to the river, just have to either come down this or go around the edge. I came around the edge, and you can get right down here, right next to the water. It'd be amazing if one of the groups of river rafters came by here right now. That would be fun to see. One of the more beautiful places that I've seen in a while. Not just the view, but just the sound of the water, the rushing white water. Just sounds amazing. It's nice that you can get right to the river's edge on this side, but unfortunately, yeah, you can't swim here unless you really want to go for a ride. And on the other side, they have that really nice swimming hole, but it doesn't look like there's any easy way to get down there. You could do it if you were determined, I guess. I mean, you can, yeah, you can get in over here. But there's just really no way to get back out. Yeah, you could climb out here and then climb up that face there, but the average person wouldn't want to work that hard to get in and out of the water. So I think this ledge over here, that's the easiest way to get in and out. Got to make sure you're holding on. Just leaving from the Nirwana waterfall, or water park they call it. And there's a sign up here, something about a waterfall. I guess they call it the Nirwana waterfall. Welcome. Oh, maybe this is the other waterfall right here. I don't know. Do I want to try to get my bike up this road? You think you're on a steep road, and then they present you with one of these, like, hey, do you really want to go up there? I mean, to be honest, my bike has a low enough gear that I could do it, but something this steep, you end up putting so much pressure on the chain that I worry about snapping the chain. So even with no luggage, I don't want to try riding up something this steep. I think I'd end up breaking the pedals or breaking the chain or the derailleur. You would just have to apply way too much force to get up here. Sure is a lot easier than with my luggage. The bike on its own is a lot lighter, but even this, man, this is so steep. Oh, I can barely make it up. Yeah, I said even my bike could do this. No way. I don't have the leg strength to get up something this steep. This is crazy. I don't even know why they would bother putting in any kind of a road. I don't know if anything could make it up this. Good grief, I feel like I'm going straight up. My gosh, this is insane. I don't even know why I'm bothering to come up here. There has to be something pretty spectacular to justify a climb like this. Ay, ay, ay. And as always, I think about the people who did the construction, carrying all this cement up here to lay down this cement road. Whew. Yeah. Turns the corner here and keeps going. If it's like kilometers, I'm not going to bother, but I'll try the next 50 or 60 meters. Looks like it flattens up out there. That might be where this road leads. At least you're getting a little bit of height. Maybe you can get a nice view of the area. Yeah. No, this is where I call it quits. I think maybe that sign, the waterfall, was just talking about the one that I just saw. But yeah, the road just keeps climbing and climbing. But there's a tremendous cliff up there. Wow. So that's where I came up, very steep, and then it flattens out here, turns to dirt, a little bit of cement comes back, but look at that cliff up there. That is something else. That is crazy steep. I was reading up on oil palm the other day, trying to figure out whether there are different species or not. And according to what I read, no, that all of the palm, the oil palm that you see, are the West Africa oil palm. And then if they are shorter and taller, that's just because they're different ages. And the ones that I saw yesterday at the beginning were very, very wide at the base and kind of squat. And I thought, I was talking about these like scales on the side, and it turns out those are the bases of palms. So when the tree was very, very young, there was no trunk at all. There was just this. And then the palm, like the giant palm leaves, would come out from these bases. Like up there, you see a group of palms, right? And right down here, this ring would have been the first set of palms. And they grow the fruit, and then I guess they die. And then as the tree grows, new palms grow out here, then here, then here. So you can almost count these scales, and each ring of scales is like a new set of palms that as the tree grows taller and taller, and then over time, when the tree gets much older, these smooth out. You no longer get palm at the base, and then it becomes thinner and smoother. So yeah, it's just a matter of how old or how young the oil palm is. And you can use these scales and the palm fronds kind of as a way to calculate how old the tree is. You can sort of almost like counting the rings. You can do some simple mathematics and then find out how old the tree is. So So yeah, that's very, very cool. There's dua, satu, dua.
Oh.
So this one, and this one, this way.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
We were trying to communicate, but we couldn't do it. Even Google Translate doesn't work here. But he's spreading some kind of fertilizer or salt or fertilizer. Like it's white. Oops, yeah. This white stuff, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, spreading it onto the plants here. So yeah, I'm not sure. Taking care of it.
It's dead.
Yep. Yeah, now there. But I was told, yeah, the waterfall is this way, but there's no way to get there with the bicycle. You climb all the way up on the road, then you got to go down a long trail. So I can't really go there with the bicycle with me. So I'm going to turn around and head back to the road. So, thank you. Bye-bye. Salamat lagi? No, selamat tinggal. Selamat tinggal. Jalan. Okay. Yeah, I think the way that works, tinggal is the verb to stay. So when you're leaving someone, you can say salamat tinggal, which if you translate it literally, it means stay safe. So it's wishing them safety as they stay behind. And then they said to me, salamat jalan, because I'm the one leaving. So I'm getting on the road. So they wish me safety as I depart, get back on the road. Salamat tinggal, salamat jalan. That's my understanding anyway. I could be completely wrong. Yeah, it's too bad my language skills are so poor, because they could speak very clearly. Like most of the time, even when people use Indonesian words that I recognize, they speak so quickly and they run all the words together, I still can't understand them. But this person spoke very clearly and very precisely. I could even make out individual words, but I had no idea what any of those words meant. And they were asking very simple questions too. I feel bad that I couldn't. And here, I don't have any internet connection, so Google Translate wouldn't work. And I do have the language downloaded. I have Indonesian downloaded, but it still wouldn't work. I couldn't find those words. And you need Wi-Fi in order to use the microphone, like the live translation. For that, you need Wi-Fi. So basically, this, I think, is what is a normal slope here. Like this is just a normal road, not a big hill or anything. But even this normal road is so steep, I'm way down in first gear. The only way to get up this is in first gear, doing 4 kilometers an hour. Hello. And look at that.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Country.
I'm from Canada.
Canada. Hey. Okay.
Hey. Look at that. Some real cyclists. Yeah, lightweight bikes like that with thin tires, aerodynamic clothing, in good condition. They race up this hill. But I mean, really, realistically, our speeds aren't that different right now. We're going at about the same speed. So, but yeah, I'm a turtle, really, compared to these guys, I'm sure. Interesting houses on my right. Hello. Selamat pagi. Yeah, they're all built right on the edge of the cliff over the river. You must have a beautiful view from the back of the house. Beautiful cliff up ahead. A waterfall plunging right down the side of the cliff. And I hear some howling monkeys, some whooping, howling monkeys. I don't know what kind they are. Yeah, this is where cameras fail, in particular action cameras, because that view right over here, to my eyes, is like spectacular. Such a gorgeous view. But I know it won't fully come across on the GoPro, but trust me, there's something about that view. The lush green, the depth of all of that foliage. And I guess the monkeys are in those trees across the river. Yeah, what a steep cliff. Christian church on my right. Santo Franciscus Catholic Church. As I said, the people up here are the Batak people, and they tend to be Christian. It's not a Muslim part of Sumatra. Amazing cliffs. I was not expecting this kind of scenery at all along this route. I wasn't sure whether the view would open up like this so that you could see around you, but it's really stunning. And right here on my left is the waterfall I mentioned going down the cliff face. I don't know if it's going to come into view for my GoPro or not. And some kind people built a lookout point here with benches. You can see the river and the cliff waterfall from the same spot. Nice and shady. Yeah, really nice spot here. Bike, bench in the shade. And right across the road from that beautiful waterfall. It's really nice. And a waterfall on one side, and then you've got the Asahan River on the other with the howling monkeys. I wonder what kind of season it is in terms of whitewater rafting. I assume certain times of the month are the good times to do it because water levels are higher, but I have no idea whether this is rafting season or not. It's not raining, so it's not the rainy season, so maybe they're not actually running the rafts right now. I have no idea. Came to a Y in the road. And I think each branch of the Y goes to a different bridge. So yeah, up ahead I can see the first bridge. This is it's absolutely stunning. And there's the Asahan River on one side of the bridge flowing down towards Tanjung Balai. And here's the old bridge. And just on the other side of the bridge Water is actually flowing a lot faster. A lot more white water here, a lot more rapids. That's gorgeous. Yeah, and I noticed on the map there's sort of a like whitewater rafting launch area up there somewhere. So I think that's where they put the rafts into the water, somewhere upriver here. So they can start by going down this section and go under the bridge. And then off, oh, there's the second bridge over there. Looking straight down at the Asahan River. Again, it has a really weird effect when you do that. With the water moving like that, it feels like the ground is moving underneath you. So you feel like you're about to lose your balance and just fall over. So I just stopped for a Google Maps check, and I learned that, yeah, that bridge that I just looked at is called the Gantung Tangga, which means hanging ladder. And Indonesian bridge is jembatan, so that's the Jembatan Gantung Tangga, meaning the hanging ladder bridge. So that's the old one, I think. And this small road goes through the village. This very steep, small road behind me. Hello. And now it links up with Jalan Segura-Gura, which is the main road that I've been following, or that I followed to get up here. Man, there goes a scooter club. Yikes. Where did they come from? But there are two bridges here, and this other bridge is on the main road, Segura-Gura. So I'm assuming it's a newer bridge, and it is called the Jembatan Desa Tangga, which means ladder village bridge. So we've got hanging ladder bridge and ladder village bridge. It's very hard to get that straight in my head. All right, here it is up ahead of me. Oh yeah, okay, this is clearly the newer bridge. And I don't know when this one was built, but as I said, the first one that we looked at, that was the one built by the Dutch in pre-independence days. This one looks much newer. It's part of the new road, wider, double lane. And then from here, yeah, from here we can get a nice view of the old bridge, the hanging ladder bridge, right over there. There's the old Dutch bridge. And the river flows down to the new bridge and then goes off in that direction. Hello again. I'm okay. How are you? Good. I'm from Canada. Yeah. Oh.
You live in, you come here for
Just a holiday.
holiday?
Yeah, I'm just traveling, you know,
Traveling.
tourist.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see, they have a cold drink here, do you think?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. What about you? Do you live in this area?
Yeah, I live about 5 kilometers from here.
Oh, okay.
I come to bring my mother to the job.
I see. Yeah, I might be staying where you live. There's a hotel there, small lodging.
Right.
It's about 5 kilometers down there.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm staying in a hotel there, probably near your house, I think.
What's the name of the hotel?
It's got a difficult, yeah, Rumah Sumbar.
Oh, Sumber Makmur.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
yeah.
my house about 300 meters.
Okay,
from
right from there. Yeah, I've been there 2 or 3 nights already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna grab a.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a cold drink.
Oh, okay.
I just said goodbye to Ricky. He went to pick up his mother at the church and bring her home. And I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes poking around this little town here. I'm back on the original bridge, the old one built by the Dutch. And now I'm looking at the river with new eyes, because I knew about this story about them building a dam and then diverting the river through a tunnel. So in fact, this water level is much lower than it would normally be before the dam. So this used to be, as Ricky was saying, the third best whitewater rafting in the world, but it no longer is because of the water level has dropped. So yeah, it would have been quite something to see it when it was like before the dam. It really would have been something to see, but it's still, to me, it still looks pretty impressive. With my unpracticed eye, I feel like I could whitewater raft down here. It looks like there's enough water to do it, but what do I know? Maybe you can still do it, but it's not as good as it used to be. Yeah, I was wondering about the rice harvest. Not necessarily the harvest, but the rice crop. Where were we in terms of the rice fields? And this seems to be my answer, that they're very close to harvesting. This rice looks nearly ready to harvest. I haven't seen too much in the way of rice paddies in this area, but here are a few. Hello.
Hi.
Nasi. Nasi?
Yeah, nice.
Rice. That's all. I forget the name for it. What do you call it when you remove the rice from the stalks? You're threshing the rice. They've already done it, and they've got the rice out there drying in the sun. When I was chatting with Ricky about the dam, I realized we were sitting right underneath a giant hydroelectric tower. It was going up into the sky right above us, just like this one here. Great big tower. So I immediately thought, oh, that must be connected with the new dam. And he says, no, these are the old ones. These have always been here. And there's a new power lines, the ones over there on the other side of the river. Those are the ones running the electricity from the dam. They're over there. So that's the new hydro wires. These are actually the old ones up here. I have no idea where this road goes, of course, or how far it goes. There's another small patch where they've laid out some tarps to dry the rice. And when I was talking to Ricky, he asked me whether I had gone to see a certain waterfall. And at first I didn't pay much attention, because there's always a waterfall. There's always the famous local waterfall, and I wasn't that concerned about making sure I see all of them. But then he kind of doubled down on it, kept saying the name, so it sounded like it was a special one. And I have so much trouble with understanding what people say, but he finally typed it into Google Maps for me, and it's the Ponot waterfall, P-O-N-O-T, and it came up right away, and it wasn't one of the waterfalls beside the road. It's a little bit off the main road, and according to some information I saw, it is the second highest waterfall in all of Southeast Asia. And it's not that far away. I don't know exactly how you get to it. I haven't done any research into it, but it's off the main highway a little bit. But Ricky says it's got easy access, but it's like maybe 9 kilometers away from here. And yeah, I'm not going to do that today, but maybe another day I can wake up early and ride to this waterfall, make a day trip out of it on my bike. Still just following this road and came across another beautiful rice field. Look at that. This is picture taking time. Yeah, it looks like I just missed the main rice harvest. Back here, the top of all the rice stalks have been cut off. They do that by hand here. They go out into the fields and use a curved, like a sickle, and they cut bunches of the rice. And then they have these machines. I saw one of them out in the field. It's that metal box over there, and they feed the rice bundles into there, which just kind of, which threshes it, I guess, removes the rice from the stalk. But it looks like there's something here to do with water management. I don't know if this is part of the dam, the new dam or not. It looks older than that. But we've got some water. Maybe that's runoff from the dam. I don't really know how it's all put together. But yeah, all these fields have been harvested already. And then they lay out the rice stalks to dry, and I don't know what they're going to do with that. Probably animal feed of some kind, but it looks like they're drying it out so it doesn't develop mold. If they bundle it all up right now when it's still wet, I guess it would spoil, it would go rotten. So I guess they have to dry it first, and then they can store it, maybe for animal feed. I noticed in the village behind me, there were a bunch of very large pigs inside some pig pens. You always know when you're near a pig farm because you can smell it. Very potent smell from pig farms. And the wind carries it a long distance. It's such a pointless thing to talk about in what is technically a travel vlog, but to be honest, 90% of your energy seems to go into just keeping the cameras and the microphones running. It's incredible. Anyway, this is what I'm dealing with right now. This is my GoPro Hero 12. And lately I've been having a trouble with batteries because they overheat. Hello? The Hero 12 just overheats and shuts down constantly, and then the batteries expand, and then the casing around the battery detaches from the battery itself, and then you can't remove it anymore. This is the like the top plate of the battery that is supposed to connect to the battery, and you pull on this little white tab to pull the battery out, but there's nothing you can do. The battery is so swollen in there from the heat. It's just jammed in there, and right now I can't get it out. I'm gonna have to wait until everything cools down. According to the internet, you have to put this in a Ziploc bag and then put it in the refrigerator for an hour to make everything shrink, and then you can get in there with a knife and jam the battery out. But then you head to the store and you buy all new batteries, and in a very short amount of time you have to replace all of those batteries. It's just a ridiculous, never-ending battle with GoPro batteries. That's one of the worst things. All the batteries just expand, get jammed inside the camera. The top just pulls right off of them, and then you can never get them out again. So anyway, I'm recording this with one of my Hero 9s. The Hero 9, oddly enough, is more reliable than the Hero 12 has been, which has been a big disappointment for me, which, yeah, anyway. I can't get that battery out no matter what I do. So let's tuck this away for now. When I came by this field earlier, I saw one of these men anyway was taking a nap underneath that sun shelter. Hottest part of the day is underway right now, so getting out of the sun is a good idea. But I see he's back at work, and now he's got a helper. They're filling up some bags with the rice now that it's dry. Yeah, I guess you have to have a very practiced eye for this. You have to know exactly what dry rice looks like, what it feels like. Get a sense of when it's ready to be bagged up. You get it wrong, of course, you could probably ruin your whole crop. So you have to know what you're doing. So yeah, he's turning some of the rice over, raking it up, and then they're going to bag up what's ready to go. Yeah, some interesting things all around here. Right ahead of me there, I could hear some pigs snorting. So we're going to be passing by some pig pens. We can check out those beasts in a minute. But check this, right beside it is the school. Beautifully painted school. Look at that. Bright green. Animals. Painted tires. Even have there's no water in it right now. Maybe school isn't in, but there's even a little swimming pool there with a slide. Can you imagine? It's a little playground for the kids. Yeah, here's the sign for the place. Welcome. And then right across the road, an interesting site. Being here, to be honest, reminds me very much of being in Taiwan. Like I did a lot of scooter traveling in the countryside around Taiwan, and I get a lot of similarities, like water tanks like this one. As I talked earlier about how they have such an abundance of water here, and this tank would be filling up with water from somewhere, and then they have all of those pipes leading out of that one tank going to different places. Yeah, you can see them coming down here and then heading off into the village, delivering water to all these houses down there. I don't know if it's the most efficient way of delivering water, but hey, gets it done, I guess. Very cool. And another look at the school. Bright blue fence on the outside, the green building, very welcoming. Yeah, now let's go check out our friends, the pigs over there. So here we are. These guys were all napping quietly, but I guess I disturbed their nap. They all kind of jumped up. Yeah, pig ears are really interesting, the way they cover their eyes like that, little flaps, almost like the blinders that they put on horses. Hey there, buddy. Yeah. Very intelligent animals, I'm told, and very curious. I'm sure they associate humans with food. And I saw this one when I came up. This is a beast. Wow, that is a deep, deep voice. Hey there. Yeah, it's a powerful animal. I don't know if I'd want to be inside the cage with it. Very strong, I'm sure. And I think there were a couple more over here, or just the one. Hey there. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with pigs, to be honest. I haven't spent a lot of time around them, so I can't really gauge their mood, like the sound that this pig is making. Is that a friendly sound, or is that like with a dog, of course, you can tell whether they're growling or whether they're friendly or not. But with the pig, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea how this pig is feeling about me and my GoPro. I just can't tell. And then there's another one back here. Oh, a whole bunch of them. Hey there. Some little ones, or littler ones. Hey. Hey there. I mean, they seem like friendly sounds, right? but I think they're just basically looking for food. And if I don't have food, they don't really have any use for me. Sorry, buddies, nothing for you to eat. But they do, these ones seem like friendly creatures. The big ones, I can't tell. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on in terms of their mood. Like this big one over here was chewing on the gate, and I was wondering, okay, are you trying to get through that gate to get at me, or what is it exactly you're doing? And I don't know. Is that a friendly pig or an unfriendly one? I have no idea. And then I heard some squealing, and the squealing has led me, ow, whacking my head, has led me over here to this happy family. Look at that. I don't think I could even count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There might even be a couple of small ones hidden underneath the pile there that you can't even see. Wow. Hey there, little guy. It's okay. Another big mother over here. Mother. Oh man, look at that. Another one and another one. Huge. Just from the rounded back over there, I would have said, oh, we're looking at hippo enclosures. But no, these are very large pigs. Oh, there's a mom. Yeah, 11 of them. I can count them all now. Grand total of 11. Good job, Mom. Whoa, look at the teeth inside that jaw. That is crazy. Hello. Hello. Yeah. 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 How are you? All right. Well, that was an unexpected pleasure to come across all of these fellas. That last mama pig seemed to enjoy a bit of scratching on the top of her head. And yeah, I bet you if you got to know them, they would love a good scratching. It's one thing I've seen about pigs in Canada in decades ago. Pigs love to scratch themselves against cement and wooden posts, and they love to be scratched. Feels good to them. But the thing about those pigs that I saw, they were surprisingly lean. I'm used to pigs being very short, squat, and round. These ones look much more physical, powerful, like they were taller. When they stood up, they had almost more the shape of a horse in terms of their body dimensions and their legs. They just look ready to run. Much more, not powerful, but they look physical in a way that I'm not used to pigs looking. So I think they're closer to wild pigs than, say, the domestic variety that you would see in farms in Canada. So heading back in the direction of my hotel now. I remember passing by at least one restaurant that looked promising. They had magical signs saying things like, "Me, I am bakso," things like that. And that would be a wonderful lunch if I can get one of those. Have to keep my eyes open for it. Don't go zooming past it. Funny thing is, you got this brand new tarmac on this road, so you think you can zoom along as fast as you want because there won't be, the real danger of potholes. But one thing I've already learned is that they do tend to put in a lot of speed bumps, and they're kind of invisible speed bumps. They're not always well marked, so you really got to watch the road and keep your speed under control, even on good tarmac like this. Otherwise, you're gonna do some damage on one of those speed bumps.
Hello.
Hello.
What happened?
Hey. Oh. This wasn't the place I was thinking of, but it looks like a lot of the intercity vans stop here for people to grab something to eat. So if they can get something to eat here, then I'm sure I can too. And we'll find out what it is they have on offer. Makanan ada?
Ada. You want rice?
I like noodles.
Noodles.
I like.
Noodles.
Do you have like mie ayam bakso? No.
No, we just like fried noodle and then noodle soup.
Okay. So yeah, things are coming together. I'm getting some like fried noodles. They don't have like bakso, mie ayam bakso, my favorite, but they do have like a soto, right? Soto ayam up here on the menu. I think that's what I ordered with chicken. Yeah, and there you see some of the kayakers. I don't know how much they kayak on this river anymore with the dam construction. Yeah, my lunch has arrived. The power went out, which is very common here, where the electricity goes out.
Yeah.
So then they can't make something like the fruit juice or the buah naga. But I did get my noodles. It's not soto ayam though.
No, Indomie kuah.
Indomie tua.
Kuah.
Tua. And I was just talking with this man here. What is your name?
Syahrul.
Sahrul.
Yes.
And he was telling me he's a guide for
Yeah, river guide for the rafting.
river rafting.
Yeah.
And your company is called?
Asahan River rafting.
And how can people find you on
Instagram, Facebook, and Google Maps.
everywhere? Asahan
Yeah.
River rafting.
Yes.
So just send you a message on.
Yeah, send the message and we will provide everything for the rafting.
There you go. He's been helping me order my food here and find a place to park my bicycle and things like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out all this information, but he was telling me there's actually 3 different dams here.
Yes.
But one of them is a new dam, like
Yeah, the new dam.
it's bigger than the other ones?
No, it's
No?
smallest.
Oh, small one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the new dam is not such a big change. They've already had dams controlling the flow of the water. So anyway, yeah, river rafting is still a thing. Both the professional and fun level.
rafting, yes.
Okay.
And we have a 3 dam. The 1 power plant, 2 power plant is for the electric, for the power. The other one for the alloy, make alloy. For the industry,
Oh,
making alloy.
alloy?
Is the aluminum,
Aluminum.
like,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh,
It was interesting chatting with that man at the restaurant where I had lunch, as he told me he's a guide for whitewater river rafting. And I asked him if he knew about the Lost Boys. And it turns out that he was there, like the Lost Boys, it's a YouTube channel, 2 or 3 young guys, Americans, I think, and they traveled all over Indonesia by motorcycle. Very popular videos, very popular YouTube channel. And they came down here and went whitewater rafting here. And yeah, they did it through his company. And he remembers them well, says he's still in contact with them on WhatsApp. So that was kind of interesting. And he told me that they don't make videos anymore for the Lost Boys. They, yeah, their lives took them in different directions. I guess one of them went back to live and work in the United States, and one of them went to Bali and is now living on Bali. Maybe they've created new YouTube channels, but the Lost Boys, he says, doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, I'll have to, I imagine their channel is still there. I haven't looked for it for a long time. And he told me something interesting, that there's a cable going across the river, right across the road from my hotel. That's what he said. And then the cable has sort of a trolley system where you can sit on this little platform and then you get pulled across the river. And he says, yeah, he says just like 10 meters or 10 feet away from my hotel, he said. So yeah, I'll have to go see if I can find that someday. I remember cycling past these houses this morning when I came by. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Hello, how are you? Apa kabar? Apa kabar, such a great greeting, because the normal answer, if you want to say that you're good, is the word bike, which sounds an awful lot like bike. So if I call out to somebody, apa kabar, they usually answer bike, which sounds like, of course, they're referring to my bicycle. Bike. Getting close to my hotel again. Hello. Picking up a bit of speed here. 45 kilometers an hour, according to my little bike computer. And down here should be the Valhalla water park, right underneath that massive cliff up there. And here we are right at Valhalla and the Planet Dug waterfalls, which I can name because I discovered them. Hey. There they are. Planet Dug waterfalls. Just a tiny little section of waterfalls right there, hidden on the other side of the road. Yeah, it'd be a beautiful swimming hole if you could get down there, though I don't think you can. And look at that, a sign for my place, Rumah Sumber Makmur. Fish is their specialty. And it's right here. Huh, I didn't realize I was so close. Just sort of snuck up on me. Home sweet home for now. Back home. I can hear that ice cold water running in the bathroom nonstop. Looking forward to that shower, let me tell you. I didn't ride very far today in total, maybe 20 kilometers at the most. And, but still, hot and sweaty. Whew, need a cold shower. Oh. So yeah, this is it. A few casualties today, another battery down. I'm slowly, or I should say quickly, running out of GoPro batteries. I lost one myself back in Tanjung Balai. One of them has swelled up so badly I can't use it anymore. It can't fit into the GoPro anymore. Third one, I just ripped the cover off of it. I can't use that one anymore. I still don't know if I can get it out of the Hero 12. I'm gonna have to gouge in there with a knife. See if I can get it out of there. Yeah, I think I'm down to like 2-3 batteries at the most. But yeah, it's a pretty good day though. I'm discovering a lot about this neighborhood, this area that I didn't know, the waterfall right near here, those beautiful rapids, and yeah, pretty good day. Usually that happens if you go out exploring where you are, you find out a lot of new things, very interesting things. So that is it. Shutting down. I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into rural life here in Sumatra. And even though the sun was not out today, it was very, very muggy, though the air is just hot and muggy, so yeah, sweating a lot. All right, that is it. Shutting down for now, and I'll see you in the next video.